Hello everyone, welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. So we just got word that T-Mobile will once again be increasing customers' monthly bills. This time it's a different approach though. And I honestly, this is not a good way to do this. Unfortunately, there's no way to slice this. I completely disagree with this. It's a fee. It's not an actual price increase on your plan, but you will be paying more for your plan due to the fact that this fee will be applied to your account. It's going to be applied to mostly all accounts, it looks like, no matter what kind of plan you're on, whether it's a legacy, one of the new Go 5G plans, doesn't matter. This is a fee that T-Mobile wants to apply to all customers, and I really don't think that they should. I think that they should swallow this fee on their end and let it be. Let the customers be happy. Let the customers enjoy their service. You take the hit with this. After all, you're the company. Us, the customers, shouldn't really be responsible for this, but let me give you an idea of what I'm even talking about, right? So obviously you might see the title here if you're looking at your screen, but we're talking about the regulatory programs and telco recovery fee. So this is a charge imposed by telecommunication companies like T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, etc. This is to help recover costs associated with regulatory compliance, government mandates, and network infrastructure. So basically, these fees come to the carriers from the government. They're passing it to us. So this is a nasty approach, in my opinion, for T-Mobile to try to recover, the cost of doing business, should I say. They're passing it to us. Now, yes, we make the phone calls. Yes, we rely on the service, but yes, we also pay our phone bill. We also keep the lights on for these companies in general. So if we didn't use the service, if there was no demand for it, they wouldn't be making any money at all. And they're failing to recognize that. So this is why I agree that this is a dirty approach to trying to get more money. And it's not, I don't really know if it's a profitability situation here for them, but it's a way for them to not lose money. It's a way for us to lose money, unfortunately. So that's the problem here. So they're increasing this fee, which they, I guess, imposed originally back in 2024. And it looks like it's going to jump from $3.49 to $3.99. So that is a 51 or 50 cents increase for voice lines, and from $1.40 to $1.60 for data only lines. This will begin on April 24th of 2025. And the issue here is, if you have one line, okay, you'll be paying 50 cents. If you have 3 lines, you'll be paying $1.50. If you have 6 lines, you'll be paying $3 per month. Times 12, this can become costly. And when you add it up for each customer, this is ridiculous. This is not a very good approach by T-Mobile. They've just recently announced a price increase on legacy plans. As much as many people are upset about that, myself included, because I don't like to see price hikes, especially on legacy plans. I actually I'm okay with price hikes on new plans because it would make a little bit more sense for new customers, right? So let's say you want to raise the price for Go 5G plans going forward for any new customer that comes on board. Okay, that makes sense. But if you already have the plan, you're already using the service, you already agree to a certain price, I don't think it's appropriate to raise prices on those lines, especially the legacy lines, which were supposed to have a price lock guarantee, which T-Mobile went and turned their back on those customers and raised prices on them anyway. So they lied right to their face. And that is the biggest problem with the price increase on those lines. Now we're adding this ridiculous regulatory program and telco recovery fee, which, let's face it, this is their fee. This is something that they should have to pay for. We shouldn't, the customer, have to pay for it as far as I'm concerned. Now, many can agree or disagree. I'm sticking to my statement there because this is how I feel. So there was a message here: T-Mobile, the regulatory programs and telco recovery fee on your monthly bill will increase by 50 cents per line for voice lines of service and 20 cents per line for data-only lines effective 4/23/2025. So this is a screenshot in the article, which you can find the link down below, of a text message that a customer got. They shared it with Phone Arena, which is where we're getting this article from. And, it just doesn't make sense here. It's a simple money grab. There's no other way to put it. They want us to be responsible for their build outs. And I don't think we should be. Okay. Personally, I don't think that's the right way to approach this. I think that this should be something that they take and deal with as a company, as a business, and then just write it off at the end of the year in any way that they can. As a business, look for ways to write it off, but don't charge the customers. This is not a fee that makes sense. At least, like I said, the legacy plans, I don't like the way they did it because they simply lied to customers' faces. But we can argue they didn't raise prices on those plans for a very long time. And many customers are getting a great deal. There's a lot of value with those lines. So maybe paying a few dollars more might be worth it for them, might make some sense. I still don't concur with it. Okay. I don't agree with it in any way, shape, or form because I don't believe in raising prices on older plans, especially when you were promised one price and now they're trying to charge you something else. But this fee is completely inappropriate, doesn't make sense in my opinion. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.